Be an observer to master stress, health, and life. Welcome to Be Fab, Be You Made Simple, your daily dose of inspiration designed to help you reinvent yourself by optimizing your body and mind. I am Maria Horstman, a health editor and coach, a fitness trainer, a speaker, and an entrepreneur, founder of BeFabBU.com. Our episodes are short and will bring you valuable content and practical nuggets for optimal health and fitness that you can implement ASAP. Let's get you to feel fabulous every day. Are you ready? Check out the show notes too. 1, schedule a free call with me to discuss a plan to take your health to the next level. 2, submit a question to be featured in our Ask Me Anything episodes on Sundays. Connect with me on social media and much more. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, share with your friends and leave it a rating. Observer to master stress, health, and life. Wow, isn't that a thing? Hello. Welcome back to the Be Fab, Be You Made Simple podcast. I am Maria Horstman, the host of the show, taking you on a short journey to inspire and empower you to take your energy and health to the next level. So you feel amazing in your own skin, proud of your choices, and you live a fulfilling life. Who wouldn't want that? Yes, I am your girl here. You are in for a treat today. As long as you listen up with your guard down, curiosity, and keep your antennas up and take action, you will level up your game. And that game is of life, your positive energy, and your good health. Today's episode is inspired by our interactive corporate wellness session I led earlier this week. This corporate, a small company continues to grow. And with that, here comes along our friend stress in the work environment, which often carries to personal lives. Not like we need more stress in our personal life to carries to our corporate lives, right? And very few people can actually separate these two. I know I had a hard time separating them, and today to me is all about one life, and that's how I recommend you see it. It's about having fulfillment. You want to feel, well and in control of your life, and that includes your personal and professional life together. So the CEO of this company has decided that it is time to everyone to be back at the office too. So with that adds another layer of stress to many people since they had spent more than 15 months working from home. And, if you have children or family who are elderly, look, some people went through a lot of emotional stress, financial stress, and all that kind of stuff during the pandemic. So I focus, the last 2 sections actually, I focused on assessment of stress, awareness, and coping mechanism to help them. So very nice discussions. And this last session was all about helping them to become an observer, to master the stress, health, and life. And whether you are in a workforce or you're retired, this show is for you. Why? Well, it's because you're breathing and living life. So all I'm saying here is that as long as you are alive, you and I have room to be better and capable of optimizing our health. If you disagree, no problem. We can agree to disagree. Allow me to release you into the wild. Go and listen to somebody else speak because I'm probably not your girl, okay? I'm talking about always looking for ways to optimize our health and wellness, and that is physical, emotional, and mental, okay? And, by the way, If you'd like to talk to me and start working 101, go to bfabbu.com and book a complimentary session. Let's talk and let's see if there is a fit. We will start working together. We're going to get the ball rolling over here to transform your health and life. Now, if the organization you work for is looking to optimize the wellness of the staff and teams, I'm available for coaching and speaking engagements too. So you can find my information on the show notes. So let's get started with today's awesome information. You ready? I'm going to make an assumption that you want life to happen for you and not to you. Am I right? I bet I am. Or if you haven't thought about the difference in using these different prepositions, look, listen again. You want life and happen for you or to you? So you want to have like the victor perspective or the victim, which is victor for me because I'm going to make the best out of this, or to you, oh my God, this is happening. Why me? Why me? Yada, yada. I know, sounds pity, but look, we know plenty of people like that. And if you're one of those right now, I invite you to free yourself from this and start walking to the victor lifestyle. So let me ask you a question. What comes to your mind when you hear the words, be an observer? Okay, thought about it? Okay, in simple words, be an observer means that you control your impulses to act or speak spontaneously. You stop, you think, you observe, you listen to voices and noises happening inside you and outside. It's internally, there is lots of arguments in there, right? And then, boy, there is lots of arguments and voices and opinions from the outside world. And we control how much we let that in. You, as an observer, you wait before you react. Even if this pause lasts 1 second, 3 seconds, or even a little longer because you say, you know what, time out. You realize that you need a little longer time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And just know this is the space in time that dictates our response to life circumstances. Whether the response is via your voice or thoughts or gestures or in writing, the energy evoked is the same. If you're not a believer on energy, just hear me out for a second over here. Just go back to memory lane and really pay attention, or kind of recollect, or pay attention going forward. When you're sad, when you're happy, when you're satisfied, insatisfied, depressed, anger, what energy, what is attracting to you? How people look at you, how people talk to you. Are they coming close to you? Are they far away? What is going on? Do they have a smile or they tense it up? Have you ever paid attention to that? That's energy, my friend. That's energy. And this energy will impact you and others around you positively or negatively. Ultimately, it's a choice that you and I have. How do I want to be perceived? How do I want to be viewed? And how do I want to feel? Is it a positive or negative take? It's a choice. Can you envision the role of being an observer in our lives, in your life? What role it plays in managing your stress day in and out, actually second by second? And since chronic stress is wrecking our digestion, our blood sugars, hormones, brain health, and you name it, when we change our position, we have the power of improving quality of health and life. So, how can you become a better observer? So you are in control of your responses more often than not. I'm so glad you asked. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about a couple things, okay, that you can do today. Step one. Yeah, I bet you guessed that. you got to choose your attitude. Not sure if you know about a book called Men's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's a great book, by the way. He says, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Wow, isn't this powerful? Again, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. So, how can we choose our attitude better? I like to attach a goal to everything. And when we have that finish line, when we have our step forward, where we want to go, why we're doing things, we have a better chance actually succeeding in choosing our attitude, because we're saying, what do I need to achieve this? How do I see life? How do I, speak to somebody? So let's assume here that your goal is to, wake up every day with a zest of energy. So you accomplish, you do your job great. You have lots of energy. You're positive in the work environment. You have energy at the end of the day to, work on your dream. And your dream outside your work environment, that work environment that is paying your bills and that is doing more than that. If you love your job, congratulations. But what else besides your job? Is that your family, your kids, your, whatever else? So when your goal is to have, continuously great energy, so you can fulfill life to the level of satisfaction that you're looking for, do you think that you're going to choose your attitude a little better? Do you think that you're going to allow the traffic take over your emotions? So you go to a meeting with your staff or coworkers, pissed off, where you might not close a deal, or you might actually damage the relationship with a loved one or with a coworker, whatever that is. In that moment of traffic or a meeting that a boss said something to you, or somebody else in your life, a spouse, said something that was like, ooh, that touched you deep inside, said a few truth or not, or maybe it was, hurtful in some way or another, you can choose your attitude. So I want you to accept whatever the present moment contains and work with it rather than resisting. Okay? Everything comes with a message. So if you focus on your goal and it says, I'm not going to let this interfere with my energy level, with my health. Because when that interferes, all of a sudden you're not eating well, you're eating more junk, you're not drinking water, you're not exercising. Those are a few examples, right? This is more, this is one example I'm giving to you, but could be, take this example from your personal life at home, in relationships, your energy at home or at work, right? Meanings that you have at work. So whatever it is, attach a goal to anything in anything you do, and you'll be able to master that attitude. You're going to think twice, because your goal is to think clearly under pressure. So how are you going to do that? Right? Well, one of the other ways, which is step 2, is to be present. So how can we source that inner calm and presence when we are constantly reacting from highly energized minds, which are full of mental and environment noise? How can we do that? How about I introduce you to breathing? How about I introduce you to meditation? Oh, that old story. No, this is not old story. There is multiple levels of meditation. There is guided meditation. There is, the meditation, which I cannot do it. Okay. You got to experiment with different things. What I want you is to practice that deep conscious breathing twice a day. How about starting your day with, even if from a minute to 5 minutes of some guided meditation that is going to empower you, that's give you that positive energy, that's going to, make your mind going forward. Yes, I'm capable. Yes, I can do this. Whatever hardship you're going to, we need kind of need is a word here, and it's a powerful word, but we kind of had to pump ourselves up, folks. We have to do it. We have to be our own cheerleaders over here. And there's no shame on getting this outsource help, from videos to coaches to trainers, whatever, right? So I want you to track your thoughts, and when you see negativity arising in you, ask yourself, where am I? Hold on. And if you're kind of chewing that negative thought over what happened last night, or I don't know, 30 minutes ago at home, and then your drive or somebody bumping, to you, and, you feel, oh my God, this is so disrespectful, whatever, or maybe you're anxiously launching yourself into the future, all these things are going to impact on how you are performing in the present. And how you perform in the present is going to impact how you going to perform in the future too. So notice this and bring yourself back to now and do the things that will calm you down. So between events, life circumstances, work meetings, whatever, honor yourself, pause, breathe, become still. Go to the bathroom if you have to do that. If you need a second to be far away, if you have, go there. That's okay. As long as it smells all right? Or go to somebody's office, or another room in the house, or go outside. I don't care. You take the time to center yourself so you can move on, because what you don't want is to dump your stress and tension into your family, coworkers, whoever else. You don't want to be damaging relationships. Right? And if you notice that you've been doing this for a while, think about Einstein saying that we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. So what kind of problems are being created? Are you always stressed out over the same stuff? And you're trying to apply the same rules here to solve the problem? That's not working. And if you're saying, oh, I've tried this, I've tried that, well, you haven't tried enough. Okay, let's be real here. Or maybe you haven't tried long enough. Because, those things, are not created from one day to the next. They take some time for us to create certain habits and certain mindsets, positive or negative. So it's going to take some effort, okay? You got to be real with that. So what else can you do? Step 3, you can develop that inner instability with yourself. So observe your emotions. By the way, anger, science says that the emotion of anger takes 90 seconds, 90 seconds, to go away. So watch this negative emotion rise. Hang on for 90 seconds. If you have to put a little time watch, do that. So check in with yourself and think about what is attributing this, what's creating this anger? What is triggering this emotion? Also take the time to distinguish between what is really happening, versus what is perceived. What is the interpretation? Because if you're upset about the way somebody looked at you or the voice that they used, what kind of stories are you creating in your mind? Ask yourself, what different interpretation can I find to the situation? Identify at least 3 of them, okay? You got to do this. Just like I say, for every problem, you got to come up with 3 solutions. So for every situation that is, you don't see it well, not going your way, you're feeling some certain emotion. Okay, are there different interpretations to it? Allow these emotions to come and also to dissolve. Give yourself time. Okay? Take the time, when we develop this inner stability, take the time to understand what are those triggers. And then you can address those triggers. You can put other ways to solve, minimize the triggers, and how to react to them differently by applying what? Choosing your attitude, right? And focusing on one goal. What do you want out of it? Or you want out of whatever circumstance it is. So stay focused on that goal, that finish line. So you are not allowing the whatever stressor come into your life to ruin you from achieving that goal, because you want to be feeling proud of your choices. And one choice is to choose your attitude. Another choice is, am I going to achieve that goal or not? It doesn't have to be big stuff, folks. It doesn't have to be big. Okay? And then you be present with yourself. Practice this breathing, meditations on a daily basis, and breathing, obviously, deep breaths, from meeting to meeting, from life circumstance to another, from encounters with people. Pause, please. Take a few minutes if you're in a company. If you're in your work environment, you have teams, to decompress. Take a few minutes to decompress in silence before you begin another meeting, another activity. And if your boss is not doing that, suggest that, okay? You deserve that. The whole company deserves that. And again, observe your emotions. Watch, pay attention, let it go. Let it go. You can do this. I believe you can do this. Look, I'm a very different person than what I used to be, 10, 15 years ago. I had a lot of anger issues too that I didn't even know there were anger. But, if I think about my behavior, how I reacted, I was a loyal and workaholic employee. But I also treated people with less compassion than, they deserved. I didn't have compassion for myself, so how could I have compassion for others? Right? I didn't understand this breathing, this attitude, the presence, inner stability. No, I didn't understand any of that. Look, if I can change the way I've changed, you can do as well. I believe in you, because every single cell in our body wants to do well. We want to thrive. At the same time, we need to do our job of fueling, fueling, our body and our minds with the right things, from the thoughts to the foods to the beverages, right? To the sleep that we give, to the movement that we give our body. All those things are pointers. All those things are things that you can work on. Are you going to work on all at once? No, I don't recommend that. If you don't know where to start, I'm here for you. I'll be glad to discuss a plan with you, help you into that path, because you can do this. And like most people, including myself, being coached is part of the game, okay? We cannot do this by ourselves. We need help. We need somebody sometimes to say, okay, here's where we're going. Here are our goals. Here the path. And let me help you, stay accountable for it and be accountable for it and grow into this beautiful, amazing person that you can become, even more than what you are right now. So that's it. Become an observer to master your life curveballs and stay healthy and bring that positive energy. Because that, in the end of the day, managing your energy is far more important than you managing your time. So I would love to hear your feedback on this. If you have anything to share, I'm all ears. You can send me a note. You can ask me any questions that you like. Go to bfabbu.com. And again, if you're looking for somebody to help you to put a plan together, to hold you accountable, to give you some knowledge, inspiration, and to help you to become a better person from inside out, I'm here for you. Okay, talk to you next time, and thanks for listening and sharing this episode with other amazing people just like you. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for listening to the BFABBU Made Simple podcast. Can you do me a favor? If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and leave it a rating. It helps the podcast, and I really appreciate it. If you're wondering where to start, head over to my website, linked in the show notes, to sign up to receive encouragement, tips, and strategies to maximize results. While you're there, download a free health guide to get you started today. If you're looking for a coach and trainer to help you optimize your weight, body, and health, get on my calendar. Let's discuss your goals, establish a custom plan, implement it, and celebrate your results. Together, we can do this. Find the link to schedule a free energy audit strategy session also in the show notes. Connect with me on social media. I would love for you to let me know that you're listening to the show. Also, see the show notes for the links. In addition to a qualified healthcare practitioner, it's important that you have someone in your corner who is in for you and will help you to plan and stay on track implementing your goals. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll this boat. I will see you on the next episode of BFAB BU Made Simple. Just a reminder that this podcast is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for health care by a doctor or other qualified medical professionals. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.